Hey Leo, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all good, having a blessed day. I'm going to see what wants to come out. If this does resonate, like, share and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. First card out, King of Pentacles. Sun on the back of the deck. You could be seeing 19 a lot, just see 19 on the clock. Sun card number 19. Queen of Wands. Full near future energy, new community. You're going to be meeting new people. You may be building a home with somebody that you're about to meet. There's a completely new path opening up for you. Something's coming through. I see something. It's like, how do you know when you're on the path? It's because the path disappears. Something isn't going to feel like you're trying to make something happen anymore. Something's not going to feel like you're trying to be okay. It is. In the present moment, something has shifted. You have embodied the energy that you set out to create. This has definitely got something to do with new community. Something's coming through about your people can't find you if you're not being yourself. Stand in your truth, speak your truth. King of Swords, Four of Wands. The good and the bad, the devil. There's something coming through about being sure to be showing up as yourself, not as necessarily the shiniest version of yourself, but yourself. It's like we all want to show up as our best, and you want to show up as your best on your best days. But by showing up even when you're not at your best, when you're at your worst, by sharing the parts of yourself that maybe make you feel vulnerable, it gives others permission to do the same. That feeling that comes about when it's like, oh, you don't feel good enough to be doing something or put yourself out there or socialize or believe in yourself. That thing of waiting to be better, waiting to be fitter, to be healthier, to be prettier, to be wiser, to be smarter, to be whatever it is, to be stronger, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is, before you start giving yourself another milestone, another thing to be worthy. There's something coming through here about there's an acceptance of self, of all of yourselves, past selves, appreciating your past selves for getting you to this point. The world. Successfully ending out a karmic cycle, meeting new. There's these beautiful new energies coming in. Four of Wands keeps coming through. The Wheel of Fortune. It's an energy of renewal, of community, of respect, appreciation, the people that you're around. It feels like the people coming in, they truly resonate. There's a very happy, content energy in the near future. The best you can do right now is continue to honor your ideas. Any ideas you have, write them down. Take the first step. Take small action if taking bold action is impossible. If you can't do the thing you want to do, research the thing you want to do. It's like soak yourself in the energy of the idea of what you're creating. This is something that is you. This is something purposeful. There could be some kind of anxiety about family, about your purpose. Judgment, the Sun, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups. And what's coming through with this is it's like fear of fully stepping into your purpose because of how it's going to affect your family situation or your community, or how someone's going to think about it, how it's going to affect your day-to-day. Is it going to mean stepping away from certain individuals? Lavender's coming through. Maybe connecting to lavender while you sleep, or in a bath, oil, or the plant itself, or making some kind of tonic, some kind of herbal tonic, or smoke, or something about lavender. Yeah, the sun. Okay, the Four of Wands, before I move forward, there's something. Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Wands is a symbol of completion. This is a ceremonious card depicting the security and comfort one can create through virtue, passion, and purpose. Here is a celebration of harvest, the feasts of Lammas, a wedding procession through garland-draped streets. There is a sense of camaraderie and mutual satisfaction with this card of success as a result of effort well expended. Enjoy this experience of fulfillment and honor the path that brought you here, as well as those who have traveled alongside you. Page 120. You love what you love. There's no reason why. There's no explanation. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. You love what you love. You love to do what you love to do. You love to eat what you love to eat. You love to go where you love to go. You love to be what you love to be. You love to wear what you love to wear. You love to... you love what you love. There's no need to explain this to anyone. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Fully express everything you love. Hummingbird medicine coming through. There's a liberation happening. It feels like the world star. Out come the Magician, the Lovers. Breakthrough, Six of Wands, the Magician, the Fool. Ten of Cups, Hierophant. It feels like you've asked for a family or asked for something stable, some kind of stability, emotional stability, a commitment, something for the long term, in some kind of sense, something emotionally fulfilling. If it's not love, it could be business, it could be in terms of like your immediate family, just something being balanced out. This is a dream come true. It's taken a lot of ancestral healing to get to this point. Something is an end to anxiety. It's like you've been shown the way to free yourself, to free yours, in terms of there's some kind of bliss coming in because of an idea that you've had. There's a lot of money attached to this, but it's the experiences that are coming with this, the blessings that you're going to be able to experience, the blessings. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, yourself, and the Ace of Swords. You're about to see why maybe you've been isolated. You could have been really feeling like something's going wrong. But it's like you've been set aside, you've been prepared for this new path. You're divinely protected. It's like the future you didn't even see yet is divinely protected. Things are going to make sense in retrospect. It's going to make sense in terms of family, why certain things had to go a certain way, judgment, the sun, the moon, Devil, Nine of Pentacles. Guys, Ace of Cups. This is coming through like a huge shift. Like fighting to survive to being financially free. to accumulating a lot of wealth. Empress. Temperance. It was the Lovers, but the Lovers just fell down. So Temperance. Lovers. Empress. Ace of Pentacles under the Lovers. In between. Guys, heartbreak set you free. Some of you could have really got burnt. It could have set you off on a tangent or whatever you got it. Someone could have really, like, something could have started off as like revenge or just a way to let off steam, to distract yourself from some kind of heartbreak. Going into warrior mode, putting in mad work, keeping busy. It feels like you may not even be aware of what you're standing on and where you're at right now, the sun. It's like you've already set a foundation up for something generationally, and maybe you don't see that yet. What I'm seeing is like a wishing well. Not everything's as it seems. King of Wands, the Moon. Be mindful of your mental health. Be mindful of anxiety. Anxiety really is when we're worrying about the future, reminiscing on the past. It's like, come back to the present moment, do something to ground you. Maybe connect to the element air. Just felt this mad breeze on my left side. 9 of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands, 4 of Wands. Jumping into the future energy just quickly. Advice for this week, which is like 13th to the 20th, depending on where you're at. Like this week is to focus on family, focus on things that ground you, focus on celebrating you and yours, celebrating the small things, tune into all your senses. It feels like really pleasing your inner child. Maybe like working on something. What I'm seeing is a child painting. You know, it's like when they're working on a picture, that's all that's in the room. That's all that's in their mind. Or if they're watching a program they enjoy. Or even when like adults drop into that, when they're watching something they enjoy, that state of hypnosis where you're just in pure bliss, doing what you love. It feels like you're being asked to do things and take your time with things, to really be present, to make those extra efforts, to slow down, to pay attention to detail, to make things nice. Example, if you're going to paint something, instead of just maybe throwing the canvas on the floor or putting some water in like an old kind of jug, to maybe get something pretty, aesthetically pleasing, to take time washing the brushes, to set up a nice space, to add certain scents, certain sounds, certain feelings. It's like really amplifying the feeling of family, the feeling of fun, the feeling of flow. You may be receiving some kind of flashback energy in terms of remembering things from the past, maybe things you would rather not remember, maybe remembering them mentally, like, or remembering them somatically. You could be feeling things come up in the body. Things from the past. These things are coming up because now you have the space to feel them, to heal them. Be kind to yourself, slow down, come back to that place of feeling grounded. Do what you can to get grounded. Some of you, there's some disappointment with these truths coming up. It feels like You could be feeling regret about things that have happened in the past. To do what you can to accept. Say what you, sometimes it's better just to feel the hurt, like say what you need to say, as ugly as it may come out. Maybe you really want to cuss someone out. It's like, just let it out, free yourself from those suppressed feelings. What didn't you say at the time? Have the tantrum, but then intentionally come back to love. Maybe make yourself your favorite drink. Take a moment, sit down, be with yourself, journal, breathe through things, maybe some kind of movement. Go for a walk in nature, the world. Yeah, a lot of things coming to an end and a lot of things leaving you energetically. There's a breath of fresh air coming in, but it feels like this week especially, the advice is to slow down, to really come into your own energy, to do what's right for you, to trust in the magic of things, to celebrate with those you trust, with your people, and to be kind to yourself above all. There could be some kind of self-doubt coming up around the end of the month, if you've made the right decision, or if something was better the way it was, if maybe you shouldn't have tried to change something. Maybe you shouldn't have left a relationship, maybe you shouldn't have left a job, maybe you shouldn't have stepped out on this new path, maybe the grass was greener. These feelings don't stay around too long. It feels like either you just start remembering, or there's things start coming up to guide you to remember the truth of things and how they really were. It feels like you could be seeing things through rose-tinted glasses, maybe not remembering how hard something was in the past. And when I'm saying the past, this feels like a long time ago. It's like the fall. Moving onwards, it's like, it feels like this self-doubt is actually a good thing, because by it coming up, it's like it's only going to come up for a short time, because it's only going to need to be there a short time before you kind of laugh it off. Like as if you were even doubting that you'd go back to something. Some of you, this does feel like a commitment. And with that, it feels like the final chords are cut and off you spring 2, 2, 2, 2 into this new direction. Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Fool. Protected from fire. It's like, let the haters hate, and that is basically their karma. Leave them there. Focus on yourself. It's like, do nothing. The Queen does nothing. There's no reaction needed to certain situations. Trust you don't, something's coming through about universal law, and something's coming through about the power of your own energy, and something's coming through about trust that some of you don't need to take actual action to protect yourself. You don't need certain man-made things, certain man-made situations, certain man-made things to protect yourself. By investing in things to protect yourself, you're manifesting a use for those things. You're manifesting situations where those things are going to be needed to be in use. Trust. It's that trust you can skip through the minefield. Four of Wands. This Four of Wands, guys, everywhere. The Sun. This is what really annoys me about all these cameras. Every time I walk out now, oh, hi, you are being recorded. You are being recorded. It's so crazy. If someone was walking around following me with their phone, videoing me, I would like, come on. But yeah, everywhere you are being regarded. You are being regarded. Oh my gosh, it's actually crazy. The star. Why did I say that? Where did that come from? And what has this got to do with anything? I don't know, that's so random. Judgment. The star. The world. 222. Ah, that's what the point was, yes. So even with that, it's like, to buy a camera to protect your home, but it's like, you can only see on the camera really what happens. Like, things just happen. Like, do we really have control over everything? As much as the most well-protected houses in the world, the most well-protected things in the whole entire world have still come up against a problem. And some of the most unprotected things in the world have never come up against a problem. Don't feed the fear. Don't invest in the fear. Don't invest in the lunacy. I don't know why that's an example or anything, but there's something about let it go. You don't need as much as you need. You don't need to do as much as you think in terms of physically setting things up. Trust the nature of things. Come back to nature. Come back to the simple things. Rest. Know all that is well. Know that you have all you need. That you are your own resource. You are your own protection. You are your own medicine. Yeah. 7 of Wands, Magician. 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, King of Wands. Yeah, it feels like this kind of week, there could be, it's like you really relax. And as you really relax, and as you really get into that place of good feeling, as you really surrender, certain things start coming up. These things are quickly dealt with. Don't let this throw you off, but fall into it as you feel guided to. Work through things as you feel guided to. Rest as you need to. Yeah, first September, like last few days of August, beginning of September, there's huge life-changing events taking place. This is going to affect you and those you care about. Clarify. This isn't in a good way, and this is something you saw coming, but this is a good thing. What? The Fool. Something could happen that just like pushes you and yours to breaking point, or a situation happens, some kind of something out of your control, something unexpected. It doesn't feel like this is something you would necessarily want, or this isn't something that everybody around you wants. Not everyone's going to be happy with this, but this is something you saw come in, something you already knew. As uncomfortable, maybe as inconvenient, maybe as annoying as this change may be, this tower situation, this pattern interruption may be, it's going to be that final push, that final fuel, that final fire. It's like spirit putting a rocket up your backside to say, it's time. Trust in the tower, trust in the changes, trust you're being guided, being pushed, being shown the way that you wanted to go. The Hierophant, the Fool. it's going to leave you no option but to commit to something you wanted to commit to anyway. But maybe this isn't something you've been able to commit to because it's like you've been deceiving yourself if it's possible or not. But it's that thing of when we're left no option. Maybe you don't feel good enough to step into a certain job role or to apply for a certain position. Then something happens where you need to take over or do something where you have no option but to do that, to help yourself or to help those around you. This is nothing but a blessing, and it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be everything you've dreamt of. But the initial, it's like jumping off the diving board. It's like when you're up there looking down, you think, oh, hell no. But then when you're on the way, floating like a butterfly, it's like, yeah, 10 of wands, you just let it all go. There's nothing you can do. Once you're on your way, there's nothing you can do. What I'm seeing is from Alice in Wonderland, the queen with the croquet when she's playing. It's like spirit just giving you one whack off the diving board and off you go. But it's exactly where you wanted to go, the Hierophant. But it's like needing a little push to get going because of some kind of inner conflict. It feels like you're about to move regardless of this inner conflict because of some situation that's coming through. Rising to the occasion. Let's see what Alice is saying. Queen Alice, guys. Queen Alice, number 36, 3-3 on the clock. When entering the chess game at the beginning of Carol's second novel, Alice seemed quite unsure of herself and showed a great lack of self-confidence. However, by the end of the book, she found herself wearing a crown and became Queen Alice. As she exerted her power as a monarch, she grew more and more confident, which proved that her initiatory journey into Wonderland had taken her through a deep inner transformation. Meaning, shouldn't you feel proud of yourself? Look what you have accomplished. It wasn't a piece of cake. And you have shown a great deal of courage and perseverance. You truly deserve a crown. An intense metamorphosis has occurred. You are no longer the person you were yesterday, and you are now becoming the person you will be tomorrow. But your adventures are not over yet. So get on for the next ride. As long as you keep a loving, open heart, you will continue to learn and grow for the better. Do you feel like the queen or king of your own destiny? Page number 50. Look what you have accomplished. You truly deserve a crown. An intense metamorphosis has occurred. You are no longer the person you were yesterday, and you are now becoming the person you will be tomorrow. You could be seeing all the twos, guys, all day long. This card was so meant for you as a joke because I just opened the cards twice and there was a door to a new land and card number 1, seeing a white rabbit. Then I put the cards back and Spirit's like, nah, you're meant to pull again. I'm like, well, I felt that it was meant to be those cards and now they've gone. But of course, believe in the magic of things. Number 1, seeing a white rabbit. Let's see what it's saying. In the story, on a beautiful afternoon, young Alice was sitting in a grassy clearing next to her sister, reading some imageless book. She felt quite bored. Suddenly, coming out from nowhere, a little white rabbit appeared wearing a vest and carrying a pocket watch. Most intrigued, Alice decided to follow him at once. This was the beginning of an amazing adventure. Meaning, no battle or storm in sight, just a strong feeling of boredom. But it is usually when you are stuck in some grey routine and least expect something to happen that adventure is most likely to find you. The most important thing now is to know how you will respond to this unpredictable call of fate that will certainly mark a before and an after in your life. Key question: are you willing to follow the white rabbit, accepting the journey that lies before you? I'll stay in bed, thanks. We pull one more. Let's pull one more. The Knave of Hearts. Number 25. Some injustice is at work here. You may be the victim or a simple witness, but the important thing is to determine how you are going to react to this prejudice and how you want to solve the problem. Keep in mind that the main point is not necessarily to win in the end. It is to have the courage to stand up for what you believe is right. Key question: do you know how to speak up for yourself and have your voice heard when you are being unfairly attacked? Some throat chakra clearing going on. Card number 20, renewal. This actually came out for you guys when I was just kind of jumping into the energy before I started. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. And then we have number 15, ego, the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in worry and fear. So it says, I think it says guilt on that thing. It looks like he's burning it. I don't actually know what's going on there, but something about just letting go of guilt, transmuting guilt, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, coming back to your heart space, giving yourself permission to just be you, to release shame, it's like allow it to visit. My sister wrote something ages ago. It was really like really cute. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, it's like, let the feelings come, let the feelings visit, but don't let them stay for tea. Something like that. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. Gifted, accomplished, charismatic and compassionate. Positive changes on the way, a welcome relief from troubled times, travelling or relocating. Justice, number 8. Take time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Oh guys, the star, stop 4242. Got the star from the crystal deck. Let's see. Sign Aquarius, crystal lapis lazuli. Hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Chakra sacral. Inspiration and creativity are the gifts of the star. You are intuitive, finding unique answers to problems. Water symbolises the flow of energy, so go with the flow. Wherever it takes you, water also represents emotion. And in this way, the star is both a guide and warning for you. Don't let others' emotions interfere with your actions and keep calm. Like flowing water, the Aquarian spirit breaks free. Change is represented by all the imagery in the card. The 8-pointed star suggests a spiritual warrior, creative and inspiring. Starlight illuminating darkness. Stars bursting above the maiden's head are a sure sign that going with the flow will make magic happen and appear around you. Renewal and regeneration are to come in terms of your ideas or the physical body. The cards linked to the sacral chakra suggest you focus your energy in one direction. If things are not flowing, this is the moment to focus, meditate, and see the reason for your stagnation. Lapis lazuli will help you find solutions now. It helps you organize and brings vitality, wisdom, and creativity to your endeavors. Placing it under your pillow at night will provide the answer in your dreams. Page number 31. Something's coming through here with the Tower as well to read this. The card's not obviously, but I'm being guided to just read this, and we did have the Tower come out from this deck. So let's see. Sign Mars, crystal, titanium, quartz, chakra, root. Surprising external events may lead to change. People and things you rely on for support may no longer be there for you. Expect at least one ending, but it does not have to be bad, as with each ending there is a new beginning. Allow yourself to give into the flow of nature and to try to move toward understanding these events. You may find sudden illumination. It's time to clear out the metaphoric loft, letting go of the junk from the past and moving on. It can be uncomfortable if you let it, so avoid feelings of insecurity. The Tower can also imply a period when chaos rules. Mars, the Tower's planet, gives you the energy and focus to propel you through this stage. You may need to adapt to changing situations quickly, and titanium quartz will support you through this, helping you make decisions and understanding the things going on around you. It also centers the emotions when you are feeling all over the place. The base chakra holds the energy to drive you forward, to make and accept your transformation. A lot of changes taking place, but creating space for blessings, things that you've been praying for, things you've been asking for, having to let go to create space to receive, a lot of sacrifices being made. Those endings are going to be different for all of you. Got the Swan, Grace, number 39. So it caught my attention that it was in reverse. The whole deck was in reverse, but still I'm being guided to read the reverse. So I'm going to go there first. If you've pulled Swan in reverse, it's a warning that you must acknowledge what you know. Stop denying your feelings and clutching up. You may be bumping into furniture or forgetting what you were saying mid-sentence. If so, this is a sign that you are not grounded. Jump in place and hold the top of your head as you do so. This will get you back in touch with the earth and keep you from wandering into a dreamy reality that lessens your focus. Baths help, as does going barefooted or doing some gardening. In any case, Swan reverse says that you need to pay some attention to your body. It can seem as if you are flying without a pilot's license if you are not aware of when you take off or land. Not recognizing the shift from left brain to right brain is common when you are evolving spiritually. This is all part of developing the intuitive side of your nature and is a sign that you are not being conscious of your entry into other levels of awareness. In the development of a higher mind, you are embarking on new territory that has rules or universal laws of its own. In the world of spirit, you need to pay close attention to the unseen. You may sense or feel in a slightly different way, but this is gradual. Sometimes this shift is lost among your normal activities until you feel spaced out. At these moments, it's time to reconnect with Mother Earth. The solution to Contrary Swan is notice your surroundings and touch the earth with your feet, hands, or both. Focus on one reality or the other. If you're being called to visit the dream time, stop what you are doing and be still. Enter the silence and empty your mind of chatter. Be receptive and open so that the message may enter your consciousness. If you are just preoccupied, daydreaming, or spacey, you need to focus on doing some physical activity. Use the reasoning side of your brain to make a list of what you need to do next, and this will stop the clutter in your mind that may be causing the confusion. Number 23 and number 61, Umabel and Melahel. Let's see what they're saying. Umabel, page number 43. He loves travel and honest pleasures and is loving and sensitive. Being a traditionalist, he does not adapt easily to change and stays loyal to the values taught to him by his parents. Blessed with great intuition, he is open to everything he encounters, but without necessarily becoming involved. In social and work situations, he stays true to his ideals. He appreciates ideological support and he does not like aggressive people or those who are hard to decipher. Extremely patient and can accept anything from a loved one or relative. When he does not receive affection, he prefers to be alone. Planet Venus. Reasons for invoking: to live a life according to the divine laws, to lead those who stray from the commandments to reconsider, to maintain harmony among friends. Number 23. He never turns aside from any duties. He likes everything to be absolutely correct, wants everything to be perfectly ordered. A master of communication, he expresses his feelings freely. Although he can sometimes be shy or introverted on first contact, he is attracted to spiritual philosophy and he could be a visionary as he has strong premonitions. Audacious, he enjoys dangerous expeditions and exotic jobs. He is an active ecologist and an expert in healing plants. Planet Uranus, attribute God who frees us from evil. Reasons for invoking: for help in realizing our desires, for protection in political and public activities, to receive abundant funds for our work, for protection against arms and assault, to strengthen the effect of medicinal plants. Page number 24. We've got crown chakra, spiritual awareness. When my mind sways negatively, I remind myself of love, truth, gratitude, and spirit. I am the observer of my thoughts and I do not let them bring me down. I remind myself to have gratitude and acceptance for what is and to have the courage of my convictions. I continually pursue a clearer understanding of spiritual truths behind all that is and all that is unfolding. I ask myself, is what I'm thinking the truth, and is it having a positive or negative impact on my life? I'm going to check the Herbal Magic book. Candle magic. Purple's coming through, purple candles: authority, intuition, prosperity, spiritual awareness, stress reduction, success, wealth, wisdom. Suggested crystal enhancer, amethyst. Working with candles, working with crystals. Okay, so we've got sweet pea blossom, planetary companion, Venus, zodiac signs Libra, Taurus, daily correspondence Friday, element earth, energy feminine. Developed during the Victorian era, this sweetly scented plant is a favourite in English cottage gardens and cutting gardens. Sweet pea blossom says goodbye and signals impending departure in the language of flowers. Though sweet pea bears a strong resemblance to garden peas, do not eat any part of the plant, it is toxic. This plant is grown for its enticing scent. Magical properties. Sweet pea attracts true friends, protects children, and brings good luck. Suggested use. Offer a fragrant bouquet whose stems have been cut in the morning to an acquaintance you wish to know well, and new friendship will be born. Pin the sweet blossoms to a poppet to offer protection from illness and evil for any children in your life. Pin the flowers to your lapel or wear in your hair to encourage luck to stick by your side. Inhale their lovely fragrance as these flowers grow in your garden, and be inspired to pay it forward with no expectation of reward. This lovely plant so freely gives its joyous gift, its scent. If each of us, I'll start with me, returned the sweet intent, the world would full of angels be, direct from heaven sent. Page 152. Guys, love that. This lovely plant so freely gives its joyous gift, its scent. If each of us, I'll start with me, return the sweet intent, the world would full of angels be, direct from heaven sent. There's something coming through about maybe you're going to be moving away from a community that you've always known, from family that you've always lived with or always been around, or a certain area you've always lived in, starting new, starting fresh, maybe moving away. It's like those that used to be there for you aren't going to be there, or somebody specific can't come with you to a certain location. Something's changing, the dynamic's changing, it's going to be different for all of you. But it's like as old certain support leaves, new support appears. Trust the flow of things, and it does feel like an acceptance of that, of like the how things are temporary, and to really cherish each moment. Okay, this guilt thing's coming up again, guys. We've got plead not guilty. Tending to yourself is the greatest gift to you and your family. Fit the oxygen mask on your face first. Lose the guilt and put yourself number one. To care for yourself makes you the ultimate carer. You can't give from an empty cup. Release guilt. It's like learning to rest without guilt. Learning to... It's like not reacting off another's energy. What I'm seeing is like that air hockey thing. It's like, say you're sitting down relaxing and then someone comes in and they're stressed out and they start cleaning around you and you feel like, oh, maybe you should be doing something. It's like, as much as your body wants to get up, order it to stay sat where it is. Whatever you decided to do, stay doing that thing. Try not to react off another's energy, to let that have like a knock-on effect. 111. Back yourself, stay firm and clear with your decisions. Choose a mantra to remind yourself of where you are going in life. Do everything you can to make what you need to happen, happen. Get after it. You do you. What is it you really like to do? Bake cakes, watch 80s and 90s movies, play with your pet, forget the endless Insta scroll, put down your phone and take time to enjoy doing what you enjoy doing. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.